Okay, so this is game version 0712, 0.7.12. So with this update, they added the coal and steel mill, which created a very valuable run that only lasted for this update, which would run from Guangjin Coal and naturally would route you all the way up here, down past OG, past Joyle, past Gappa, down over here into the steel mill where you get your coils and H-beams. However, this update also introduced the Atlas 8x4. At least I think it was introduced in this update. And this created a very interesting rally run that was extremely valuable. This route is you start at Guangjin Coal, which is where I'm sitting right here with my custom tuned and painted Atlas. You come out the coal mine, run all the way down this route, out to the main road, and instead of taking a left, you hang a right. You go down here towards there's a construction site right here. You head towards this construction site and out into the fields. And after that, you are just hooning across the fields like you're playing Space Engineers, going way too fast over the Earth-like planet, and you just zip across this at like 90 to 140 kilometers an hour. And yeah, instead of looping all the way up here, you just kind of go zoop and then straight down here. With update 0.7.13, there's a road here now. And the introduction of this road cuts the profits of this route in half, because instead of having to go up here, you go here. Because instead of coming out of the mine and going to the main road and then following the roads up here, the game now just routes you out here, over to this road, and then along the shore, which is quite a bit less distance, and it halves the it cuts your profits in half, which is unfortunate, but a lot of us made a lot of money doing this, and this is a backup that I made of the server before I updated it to 0713. I'm just gonna empty out this coal mine, do a couple of iron runs, just for good measure, and then I'm going to delete this backup server and move on. 3, 2, 1, go! This is with a full load of 17 coal. And that was a terrible start for that hill. Ideally, I should be able to do this without having to reset it all. I absolutely botched that. I have completely botched both hills already, so we're not off to a great start. And bouncing all over the place, like a pinball, which also isn't great. Coming up this in 6th is pretty good. I'm gonna go down into 4th. That worked well. Let's just put a 8-wheel dump truck on half its wheels, as you do. Didn't really need to slow down that much, but I did. Should be able to get up this in 5th. A little bit slow, but it's alright. Call this a warm-up run. I need to stay to the left side of this, or the right side of it, sorry, because otherwise that happens. Really not off to a great start. Let's just top it out in fourth. I know you can, there's a shortcut that you can take off to the right that has a steep cliff, but I'm not a fan of trying to thread the needle through that, so I typically just go up here. It's a little bit easier. I'm more consistent doing it this way. And consistency, and having higher consistency is generally quicker in my experience. Stick to what I'm good at. It's also pretty risky because you can flip pretty easily in a couple of spots going over that cliff. Most of the time, yeah, let's just run straight into the rock. That's a new one. I genuinely have never done that before. That's a new one. Okay, I should be able to get up this in third. Actually, I should be able to get up this in fourth. There we go. Don't mind me just leaning in my sim rig like I'm gonna counterbalance a virtual vehicle. As you do. There's a shortcut that you can take here. I can usually get through it in fifth high. That worked flawlessly. Didn't even touch a tree. This bridge here, and when you're flying down at this, you want to stay to the right side. Give yourself as much space as you can, so you don't go flying off the bridge. This is a very steep hill. When you're running iron, you need to come down this very, very slowly, otherwise you'll go flying right off the cliff. That's a bit too right. Down into fourth. We're coming up to our second gate. Perhaps I should have moved this back a little bit because I like to cut that corner, but oh well. I'll just kind of have to deal with it. Cut that too much. There's a rock there. This one I like to go onto the grass here. Slow down a bit, and then use the grass. Oh, and I flip. Sometimes I flip there. Not very often, but sometimes. Again, warm-up run. So long as I don't damage my radiator or engine, I do not care. Don't want to cut that corner too tight because there's a bump on the inside that'll throw you off real bad. Can usually fly up this hill in 5 high pretty good. Wasn't going quick enough for fifth high though. This particular spot I really suck at, but I'm gonna try it. You can dodge that entire route to the entire loop. I almost tipped, but I saved it. I'm quite happy with that. Usually I flip there. Pretty common flip point for me. Really? What gear do you want? Third. Okay. We want to go down to fourth for this. Slow down a lot because I tend to lose my ability to steer here. I completely screwed that up, but I have enough speed to go up it in fourth. I do struggle with going down that hill quite a bit. I have a tendency to lose my ability to steer. And where you aim your truck going through that mud pit is extremely important. This area to the right looks like a real good spot to cut, but there's a couple of very nasty rocks that you don't want to hit. So I just avoid that entirely. There is a path to get through it, but it's very narrow, and I just don't like trying to aim through it. So screw that noise. You are not going to like sixth. Go back to fifth. Didn't even really like fifth. Down to fourth. Even fourth was a little bit too high of a gear. Still had a decent bit of power going up it though, so away we go. Getting to the end of the nasty off-road section. More hairpins and we are done. Well, I guess that's not really a hairpin, but whatever. There's a final hairpin. This is more or less straight out of the woodwork. And again, I put the gate way too far along the route and screwed myself over because I usually like to cut right around the trees, but oh well, whatever. I will make do. Now we're onto the open road and we start going a whole lot faster now. If you look on the bottom, you can see the blue bar is where my steering wheel is at in its range. The white bar that's trailing behind it is how much force feedback my wheel has given me. And to the right of that, you can see my accelerator, clutch, and brake. Going down here, there's this rock on the inside. I like to go down to 6th, if I can find 6th. There we go. 6 low and pinner. This is a construction site and a cop, and we are gone. Good luck, cop. thick slow going up this little ramp here is a pretty good start. I find it best to keep her to the left side of most of this off-road section. If you kind of look around, you can see where the new road is supposed to go. I haven't actually driven down the road in the new update yet, so I don't actually know where it is. Let's get a little bit of airtime. I said I wanted airtime. Whee! There we go. That's fun. Coolant's still doing good. I've seen some people route out to the right here and go down the slope that way. I personally like to go to the right of that bump and down things this way. And it looks like the cop couldn't keep up. Gotta be a little bit careful at the bottom because of this massive bump. And I've overheated it. Gonna give her about half throttle just to let it cool down and keep my speed up. You don't want to go right for the final gate because the slope that's off to the right. It's much faster to go up a shallower slope than it is a steeper one. Engine heat is creeping up. I'm level 616 now. Look at that. Go down into 8 low, 7 high, 7 low. There we go. Find my path through the trees. Where's my path to the trees? There it is. Around this birch tree and between this taller birch tree and this shorter birch tree. Just keep her straight and weave through. Where on earth is the gate? Where is the gate? Okay, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to fix that. But again, practice one. I need to go into the far one. And that is that. A cool 210,000. Just like that. Now if I were to do the same delivery in the new update, that would be 100,000.